does not hang about. Hey guys, welcome to another video from the Parrott Bros. Yes, if you saw the thumbnail and you read the title, then you are on the right video. And this is my last drive in the TT before it comes off the road. And yes, I am going to be selling up, and that includes the car, the parts on the car, and all of the parts that I have accrued over the past 6 years of TT ownership. I am calling it a day. Now, that's not to say that in the future, near future or the distant future, that I might not own another Mk1 TT, because I am absolutely in love with this platform. One of the reasons I'm selling up is because I've just had enough. Before the TTs, I used to have a car a year. I used to never tax the same car twice, as they say, because as a car guy, I used to like to drive a lot of different cars. Getting cold in there now. I used to like to drive a lot of different cars. I like to experience fast, slow, big, tall, handling, good, bad, whatever it may be. That's the excitement of being a car person. You get to drive all these different things. I've had quads, I've had vans, I've had trikes, all sorts of weird and wonderful things. If you name it, I've probably had it, or at least driven it. And that, having the same thing over and over is great. However, it does get a little bit tedious, especially when you're doing the same job on multiple cars. And I've created probably enough videos now to keep these on the road, or help keep these on the road going forward. I'm still going to create some videos, because quite a lot of my videos I don't actually use my own car. I just use clips and photos and videos that I've made in the past to be able to help me to do that, because once you've done something once, you can use that video for multiple different things. Plus, quite a lot of it is entertainment, where we're going to meets and shows still. I'll probably try and get some of your TTs on the channel. So I will still be relatively around. I just won't have a TT myself for the time being. And the other reason is medically. I broke my foot in 2018, and it's never quite been the same. And I really, really struggle with a clutch. It doesn't help that this is a paddle clutch, and it is super heavy and awkward. And if you sit in any kind of traffic, which is everywhere all the time, for about a week afterwards, I can't walk properly. So it's not really ideal. And I probably only drive this car once a month. And with my insurance renewal, the tax and the garage, because I can't keep it on the road because otherwise I get banged up, you're looking at like 160 to 200 pounds a month. And I drive it once or twice a month. And it's just not stacking up at the moment. And put that in with the fact that I can't walk after driving it, it's time to call it a day. It's something I've been considering for a while, and as you've probably noticed on the channel, there's been less and less TT content, and that's because, well, we've been busy with a kit car. I've also started riding motorbikes again, and dynamics changed. I have less free time, and to be honest, this car has been so good that I've not really had to do anything to it. So there's been very little to film, and I'm not going to take something off for the sake of filming it and putting it back on again. But this car is not leaving me. I'm going to keep a rolling shell because it's a really nice shell, but I have loads of stock parts to put back on, like stock suspension, wheels, etc., brakes. So everything for this car will be available, bar the car itself. I have spare seals, I've got new seals, I've got a bazillion sensors, the forged engine, gearbox, the turbo setup, the exhaust, the suspension, the wheels, everything will be up for grabs. So apart from the rolling car itself, everything is available. I will make a list, my foot's hurting already, I'll make a list of all the stuff that's going to be available. This has a blue Haldex controller, this has loads of little things which are quite rare, like the armrest, and they're just things I've accrued over time or come with the car. And I have got probably 1,000 single items in the unit on the shelf, which I have been collecting for a rainy day for myself for the past 6 years. So there's going to be quite a bit of stuff. What I'll do, I'll make like an Excel spreadsheet, and I'll put whether it's available or not. I'll take deposits to secure it, because otherwise I'm going to get inundated with messages with people saying they want it, and then they might mess me about. So at least if I take a deposit, then at least it's the person serious about having it, or they can just come and collect it and pay. And I'll make a list of what's available, and then I'll pop that on my Facebook and on the landing page of my website, theparrottbros.co.uk, if you've not seen it. So if you do want anything, go check that out. Once this video is aired, that will be live on there. and not before, but obviously you won't know about it, so it won't matter. But yeah, it's been a decision I've been making for probably the last 3 or 4 months. Since I got this car back from Badger, it has been absolutely faultless, and I cannot fault the car at all. I just can't drive it, and I can't see it getting any better in the future, and I really fancy a change. I've been out in some very cool cars recently, and it sort of turned my head a little, so I've got to scratch the itch. And it's new content, different things, so hopefully you'll stick around for that. Like I said, there will still be other TT videos, and maybe some more than there has been recently. I've also got the Cosworth engine that's going into something very soon. I'm not going to do a step-by-step, but I'll do a sort of a how we're getting on kind of thing, just so you can see that if you want to. But yeah, it's been a tough decision, and I want to know, I've had this chat with quite a few people, for them and myself, and have you ever considered selling yours? Have you sold your TT and then a year, 2 years, 3 years later come back and had another one? Because I've had quite a few people where I've seen them, we've spoken 2018, 2019 or whatever, then they disappear, and then suddenly 22, 23, 24, hey Dom, got another TT, or bought a second TT, or excuse me, or I really fancied another one, or it's one of those cars. They're very hard to replace because for what they cost and the driving position and how nimble they are, they're a fantastic car. And I mean, this one with the extra horsepower, it just takes off at any time that you want it to. It is fantastic. And you can make them exactly what you want. There is so many things you can do to these cars, or not do. They look great standard, they look great completely modified to the absolute hill, and there is so many aftermarket parts that you can put on them. The list is endless. I mean, take a look at the channel. There is so many videos about all the different stuff available. Yeah, 360 brake is a good number for one of these, but that's enough from me. I don't want to talk too much. You get the idea of the video. I just wanted to kind of touch base, as I feel like I've lost touch a little bit while I've been having this battle with myself, but I just came to the realization that nothing's going to change. I need to just get it moved on, get all the bits gone, start again with something else. I'll probably regret it because the prices at the moment are cheap, super cheap for bits and cars and whatever. But I feel like 2025 and onwards, they're just going to start increasing, because whilst they're dirt cheap, people are going to buy and break them, do whatever they're going to do with them. And then there will be so many less on the road in the coming years, which means the price will go up. I don't have to tell you, supply and demand. But that's enough for me. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye for now.